I think that the good quote, the old-fashioned good quote of less is more applies for street photography. And if some people would believe it or not, this thing is actually worse for street photography than this thing. So this thing here is the Olympus Trip 35, and it's a hugely famous camera. It started manufacturing in 1967, and I think it ran until about 1983. I'm just taking that off the top of my head, but that's roughly what I remember. Now this thing is like less than half the size of the F100, and probably has less than half of the features of the F100, for sure actually. But that's where the beauty lies of it. The only thing you really need to learn about the Olympus Trip is the focusing system, which it uses like zone focusing. So it's kind of rangefinder-esque. So when you look through the viewfinder, you don't see the focusing. But what you do get is a focusing scale here, which is done through people and then a mounting for, infinity. I never use this focusing scale. On the bottom it has the actual real focusing distances, so you can focus between 1 meter, 1.5 meters, 3 meters, or to infinity. And that's really where it ends with the trip, because all you do for the aperture is it has an A for automatic, so you just put that on A and you set your focusing distance, and that's it. That's all you do. Now that might sound limiting to some people, but I think that nowadays it's very easy to get caught up in the technical. I do it most times I shoot. I just get caught up in the technical and don't actually produce the images that I could if I just took all the just additional crap away, This thing is just pure, it just screams to me pure street photography. But if you just leave this thing, in your drawer, you pull it out, it's always just gonna be going. It's very small, it's very easy to carry, it's very discreet. The shutter is silent, like one of the quietest shutters I've used. The focusing's so quick and easy. If I was on the street trying to shoot, I would see a subject either like coming towards me or I'm going towards them. I would quickly be like, judge the distance, 3 meters, look through, click, and then just wind on to the next shot, and that's it. That's all you have to do. I don't know, I think that that's really a beautiful thing, because the lens never lets me down. It looks very pathetic, I think, at a first glance, but the results you get from it are always really nice, Yo. So, fast forward a week from where I was just talking there, and there was a funny little incident that happened, which is kind of related to what I was talking about, which is pretty ironic. So, me and my friends were doing street photography a few days ago, and we had a confrontation with someone because my friend took a picture of someone sitting on a bench. It wasn't that close to them, they took the picture, but the person lost it, came over, grabbed his camera and just wouldn't let go for 30 minutes. So it was basically assault. And then we had to get the police had to get involved to sort the situation. And it's funny because one of the reasons it happened was because of the camera, and also, basically mostly just the camera. So as I was saying before, less is more for street photography. And he was using, my friend was using a Canon A1, which is like a really nice camera. If you're going to be doing street photography, really think about the gear you're using, and not that it should be important, but just use something that's quite sly and it's quite, it's not obtrusive, because that's what you want. You want people to be relaxed when you're shooting. You don't want people to think you're some creepy guy taking pictures, because that whole ordeal was crazy. That guy was losing his mind. I won't go into all the details of it, but it's a funny situation, and really, that the past couple days I've gotten some really great shots with the little Trip. It's just such a street camera. It's so friendly, so small, it's so inconspicuous, it's so cheap, which is why you should pick one up. But you know, it was just a very quick video today. It was just talking about, you know, ideas about street photography. But you know, simplifying your gear is always nice, you know. And if there's some other cameras you need suggestions for that are simplified for street, you've got the Olympus XA, Olympus Trip, what other cameras? You could do a point and shoot. You've got like the Muji 1, Muji 2, Contax T2. All these kind of cameras are great for street because, you know, they're still sharp, really sharp little lenses, but small and quick, and that's what you want. You kind of, you know, manual settings are for the studio, they're for landscapes and all this kind of stuff. The street, you can shoot manual if you want, but you're just making more work for yourself. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. I've got a video coming out soon. I'm just going to be shooting Polaroids around the city of Glasgow, taking portraits of strangers on them, and I've never shot Polaroid before, so you want to stick around for that one. But yeah, cheers.